Good afternoon. This is still Thursday, December the 12th, um, the year of 2024. Uh, my rut trade did not fail, but I'm going to make an adjustment because it looked like I made a mistake anyway. When I adjusted out, I accidentally had the wrong expiration. So what I'm going to do is cancel this trade. I'm going to cancel selected. See, so now I'm just clearing that out. So what I'm going to do now is do a little dance here because the rut has now moved down a little further, but my puts are still, let's see, moved up from a 10 to a 15, which is still in the green zone. So as long as it stays in the green zone, there's no need to adjust for today, but I might do something tomorrow, which is tomorrow's expiration. Now, what I am going to do is I expect this to stay above my short strike for today because I want to try to avoid that PDT. Remember, you got to be careful with that PDT in if you have less than $25,000. So I don't want to touch the put side anymore, but I will adjust the call side. Now, the call side, again, is far away. And because it has a zero bid on it, it's going to be hard to see. It's going to be hard to adjust this. So what I'm going to do is just sell an extra contract. This is why it's good to have you allocate $5,000 per trade per contract on this type of trade. So I'm going to go up to about a 10 delta, 12 delta, 2400. And I'm going to sell this. Let me make certain it's 10 points wide. It is. So I'm going to sell this one contract. It is. And buy one contract. It is. So I'm going to collect an extra 77 cents, 72 cents on the call side. And let's see if this goes through. This should go through for tomorrow's expiration. Give me a little buffer. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. Okay, let's see what happens here. I was trying to give it some time, but good thing it didn't go through. So let's see. It should clear shortly. This is a 1 day, which is good. See, I had made a mistake on that previous trade, but it turned out it worked out fine because it didn't clear anyway. It didn't fill anyway, so good. It went through. Yes. So let's take a look at what happened here. So I collected an extra 77 cents. So remember, I made a 54-cent profit on this trade or $54. So now I'm going to add an extra 0.77 to the trade. So $1.31. If I don't make any more adjustments or anything tomorrow, I can keep $131 of the trade. So that's good. See, this is where even when you're losing, you're still winning if you do this properly, you know, make the right adjustments, knowing when to adjust. See, if I didn't make those early adjustments, now I would have had to add extra contracts to the trade to make it work, the math work. And so this way, I still stay in a safe position. using still just one contract because that other contract that's still out there, that's going to expire worthless anyway. So I don't need to worry about that. So I'm just pretending like that contract is not even there. But this is why you always want to maintain your buying power because if you just need to add one contract, it makes it easy to do that. So it keeps the adjustments much easier. Okay, again, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff for the algorithms. Um, yes, eventually I like to, do this in one of my accounts on a more full-time type basis, but we'll see. I'm giving this until February to see if I can each week, on a 1 and 7 day DTE, be successful with it, or at least have continuous success. It might not be every week is successful, but at least want to have continuous, consistent success on a weekly basis before I use real dollars on this. Because again, you want to practice trade any new strategies before you use real dollars. So this way, when use real dollars, you're comfortable because you've already practiced trading it. This was something that I wish I had did earlier in my trading career. I would have been a lot better off today. Um, I remember when, another one of my friends slash mentors told me, Jermaine, use paper trade, practice trade. And I never liked the idea of practice trade because it wasn't real. So real using real dollars. And so I never really used the practice trading the way I should have. And now that I am, now starting to reap the rewards. Anyway, I will speak to you later. Now that that trade has officially gone through. And this is why I should really use a spreadsheet rather than a calculator because why? It keeps track of exactly everything that I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and stuff like that. And starting next week, I'm going to start using a spreadsheet to keep track of everything that I have done or am doing. So this way I can, have a record of success, without having to download the spreadsheet from Thinkorswim, a transaction history from Thinkorswim, and then have to, tear it all apart to put it back together to see what I did. It just makes things a lot, it makes life a lot easier if you have it on a spreadsheet. So this way you can see it visually what is going on. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye bye. Good morning. I want to welcome you to another segment of the Jermaine Brown Trading Show. Today is Friday, or I like to call it Expiration Friday, December the 13th, 2024. Now, I have a trade that was set to expire today. However, there's a major problem. You see what it says ITM on this Russell 2000 trade? Well, unfortunately, the index went down another $17 today, and now I'm actually more than tested. I'm in the money, and that's not good. Not when you're selling credit spreads, you don't want to be in the money. When you're buying credit spreads, being in the money is a good thing. But when you're selling credits, I mean, when you're buying spreads, vertical spreads, being in the money is a good thing. When you're selling credit spreads, being in the money is not a good thing. That means I'm actually losing money. As you can see, red, 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 $200, $107. Okay, so I have to do something here, or else I'm going to take a loss on this position, which I don't want to do. Now I have all these call positions on, but right now I got to do is adjust the. I right now my plane has taken a hit, and I got to now manage this plane. Because it's at right now 23.45. My short put is in the money. The index is at 23.43, so it's $2 in the money. So what I need to find out is where am I at on my with my deltas. See, I'm at a 48 delta. This is not good. That means I am in the red zone, danger zone, and I am in danger of taking some serious losses because you got to figure, remember, and you say, well, what losses are you in danger of taking, Jermaine? Well, these these spreads are 1,000 points, 10 points wide. So 10 points times 100 is 1,000. Or right, $10 wide. They're $10 wide. So $10 times 100 is 1,000. So I'm at risk of losing 1,000 minus what I've already collected, which is about two and some change. So I'm looking at around a $700-800 loss. So how do I reduce or eliminate this loss? Well, now this requires me to do a little of adjustments. I most likely have to now add contracts here, this is why you always want to keep your powder dry. See, because right now, see, I got these positions and they're going to expire worthless. So and it doesn't even make sense for me to roll them up because I'm looking at a zero bid, 0-0. So this is not going to, it's not going to do nothing. I won't be able to get nothing from it, get no trades out of it. So if I want to stay in this expiration, which is what I want to do, watch how I fix this trade. Okay, so I'm going to roll down the put side. I'm going to roll it from a now 56 delta, and there's probability of in the money 56%. This means if I don't do nothing, there's a 56% chance this is going to stay in the money. That's not good. So I'm going to roll this down about another 20 to 2,300. The short put down to 2,300. I'm going to take a loss on this. Oh, let me see what I'm doing. To 23, I'll roll it down to 23.25. That's what I'll do. Okay, 23.25. I'll roll down the short put to 23.25. The short put, roll this down to 23.25 and roll this down to 23.15. Whoops. I want to do December 13th. December 13th. I want to keep the same expiration. So I'm going to pay $316 in debit. So, this is going to cost me. So let's do this. So I'm rolling it down into safety, a further safety position. I'm rolling it, getting it out of the money. Now watch how I'm going to try to make that money up. But this is why you always have to have buying power on the side to do so. Okay, so it worked. Now I rolled out of danger on the put side for 313. So I'm losing $1.82, $182. Now, technically, I could just take that loss and just keep it moving. But you know what? I don't want to take a loss. I want to see if I can make a profit on this trade. So, oops, what I want to do is now sell some calls. This is now when you're involving day trading. And you got to be very careful. See, but now how I rolled out my position out of danger, but now it cost me to do so. But what I'm going to do is sell this at a 15 delta, which is going to be at the upper end of the green zone. And what I'm going to do is add two contracts. Nope, make that three contracts. Actually, I'm gonna go and do three contracts. So now, if I'm $1.82 in the hole, which I am, I could add an extra contract for and stay within my $5,000 limit. You know what? I want to do that. No, 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 don't get greedy because in case I might have to adjust again. See, this is what's the good thing about paper trading. So I'll take a $205 credit. Ah, that worked. So I got filled at 305. No, I mean, sorry. I'm sorry, the call side. At the call side, I got filled at 70 cents times three contracts, 714.21. So that's going to be plus 210. So if this trade, I just now got now a credit of $28. I mean, not a credit, I'm sorry. I collected $200 which offset that $300 loss. But because I've been rolling throughout the week, as you saw earlier this week, and collecting all those premiums, this is now coming into play because what I did is not only did I eliminate the loss, even though I had to buy back that contract more expensive than what I'm selling the new contract for, but I still end up with a profit of about 28 cents or $28 times because multiplied by 100 shares, you know. Now you say, Jermaine, but you got three contracts on the call side. Yes, but the market is down. There's a good likelihood this is not going to reverse itself, the market. So it's safe to say, here's my positions now. If you know, let's see. See, if you look at the graph, see that green, see here that line right here is in now, but my profit zone has not been reduced because of all the trades that I made. So as long as it stays in that range, I end up the day profitable, even though I was still losing. Ha! Now, when I say, who's the master? You say, show. Who's the master? That's why I love trading because I can manipulate this. And it's good to practice this again without using real dollars. Because, see, imagine if I didn't practice this and then I'm using real dollars, I would have panicked when the trade just went against me. But because I'm practicing this now and I have dedicated myself to practicing, I'm going to practice this for a few more, for a couple of more months before I use real dollars. I know how to stay mechanical. I know what to do now when things go against me. It's just like an airline pilot. He or she trains for all contingencies. Okay. This is why they use, a simulator, a flight simulator, and all, and they go through every possible scenario. So in the event something goes wrong, in a real world scenario, they should at least have an idea what to do. They can't prevent all crashes, but what they can do is minimize losses. And that's the whole purpose when you're trading, is to minimize losses as much as possible. Because the last thing you want to do is take huge losses. So when I was looking at a $700-800 loss, worst case, without even making the second adjustment, I reduced my loss down to about 100 and some change. So, which is I could swallow that, but I don't want to take a loss. I want to see if I can still make a profit without extending it out any other weeks. So still keeping it at a zero DTE, which is what this current trade is. See, so now this is what my new positions look like. Now, again, all these other call positions are going to expire worthless. So I can keep those positions on without worrying about, you know, being tested or challenged on that side. So now it's just adding on new positions to what I currently have done. Okay, and we will come back at the end of the day, and let's see how this trade turns out. I'm on a 2360 side. Yeah, I might have to adjust these calls. I have to see, but it's a little dance I may have to do here, but we'll see. Um, I will put on a trade near the end of the day for next week, and but I'm glad I've finally got really tested. I'm glad I finally got really tested. So this way, because this helps sharpens my skills. So I'm happy about that. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Good afternoon. It's a minute before the market closes. You see that my trade is going to expire worthless, and that's what I wanted it to do. And so this is good. I'm going to put on another trade. Let's try to see if we can do this within a minute. I doubt it. You know what? No, I'm not even going to put on another trade because it's only a minute left. I mean, I could do the forward slash ES. But I don't want to do the forward slash ES. But I just showed you how I could take a trade that was non-profitable and turn it into a profitable trade. Up, it goes to Bell, turning it into a profitable trade, and now everything is good. So anyway, so we're good for the week. I'll set a new trade again on Monday. But I just showed you how, again, take a trade that was in trouble, get it out of trouble, and come out ahead profitable. Now that buying power that I had was risky because I put on 3 extra contracts, remember, to to make up the difference. So I put up 3 extra contracts on the call side. It's going to be released back to me, so it's as if I never used it. And this is a good thing. So this is how you make money. This is one way to make money in the markets. There are many other ways, but this is just one way. But this was good. So I basically got my trade out of danger into safety, and I'm happy about that. Okay, so I will see you guys next week, or to speak to you guys next week again. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, um, leave a comment. You know, if you don't even like what you saw, just leave a comment. You know. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye bye.